Hello, my name is Atul Pandey and I am the founder of Eternity Solutions. Before I take you into the depth of the foundation, I thought it would be a good idea for us to connect, where I share a little bit about my life journey thus far, and hopefully it can help you connect with it and relate to it. It would also be helpful, perhaps, for you to understand why I started this journey. I was born and raised in a city called Varanasi or Banaras in India. It is one of the most ancient cities in the world. It is a hot seat of everything connected to Indian civilization. If you think about India, and if you want to have a glimpse of the culture, the religion, the spirituality, the music, any aspect which you want to explore about India, Varanasi is a very active center for that. It is also historic because nearby Varanasi there's a place called Sarnath, which is also the hot seat of Buddhism. Buddha gave his first lecture after attaining enlightenment in Sarnath. So it was this city where I was born and raised, and it had profound impact on my thought process, on my outlook towards life, and it all started shaping up right from a very early childhood. As I did my schooling in an institution called Kendriya Vidyalaya, it is one of the chain of schools which is nationally there in India, and I was one of the students in the Kendriya Vidyalaya Foundation. After completing my school, I went to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering from University of Roorkee, which later became IIT or Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. It is one of the oldest engineering colleges in India, established in 1847. It was this prestigious institution from which I completed my degree in engineering and in 1995, and I was ready to pursue my further learning in the professional world, which started with my stint at Tata Motors. It was known as Tata Engineering and Locomotive Company back then. And my grounding about the business world started in this institution. It was here at Tata Motors I learned how the real world products are made. Right from conceptualization to launch, what does it take to create a real life product which helps us as people. My learning continued. After spending 2 years at Tata Motors, I went to pursue my MBA at Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, where I spent another couple of years in soaking up the different nuances of running a large-scale business. What does it take? And my further learning continued, but in a different industry, starting with my stint at Infosys Technologies in 1999. It was Infosys which became my first school to learn the nuances of the information technology services business. And I spent next 13 years soaking up the different learnings connected to serving the clients in the information technology world while I was there at Infosys, soaking up a lot of engagements, both on the delivery as well as on the client relationship side. My learning continued in the industry in another institution called Cognizant Technology Solutions, where I spent next 5 years in serving retail and consumer goods clients. And my learning and my journey of helping our clients, and in the process learning how they run their businesses continued. After that, I wanted to start a journey of my own and wanted to taste what does it take to raise and create a venture of your own, and it was this quest which led me to form Eternity Solutions Corp in July 2017. And when I started this journey, I had to ask myself, what would I be doing? And to answer that, I asked myself a simple question: what really makes me happy? And when I validated that from various different vantage points, one answer which came back was that I'm happiest whenever I'm helping others become better in what they do. And with that emotion, I started this journey. Now, if you're wondering where is this company, you are in the heartland of Eternity Solutions Corp. This is where the journey of this venture started. This is where this company still operates out of. And the initial days were filled with a lot of experimentation about how can we pursue this mission of helping others realize their greater potential. I started more in a traditional way, started to lay out a plan of services, lay out how I would be conducting the programs and the different services connected to this mission. And when I looked at my initial set of offerings, it did not connect well with me at all. So I started to investigate what is really missing. And I recognized that the journey of life is one which we all learn from. At one level, we are all limitless. At the other level, we all soak this world in a very unique way through our own perspectives. And therefore, the subject of realization is an individual one. So I decided to investigate this subject from the vantage point of an individual. So in the same room which you see, I started to ask some very basic questions connected to the journey of us as human beings, and how do we process different phenomena, and what are the things behind it. Long story short, by end of December 2017, I had a framework which I started to connect better with. And by January 2018, that framework got encapsulated as a book, and which got published on Amazon. And it was at this time I was ready to enter the field. So I was talking to different friends in the industry, and one of my conversations happened with a very dear friend of mine who was also a key leader in one of the services organization rearing to transform themselves. And as we were conversating, we came to recognize that there is an opportunity for us to do something together. And I started with a program called the Personal Effectiveness Program, which is built on the foundation, which I'm going to be walking you through in the subsequent sessions. So that's where the journey started, and since then we are on a path of continuous exploration and expansion of the same program in various different forms and sizes, and the journey continues on. The personal side, I am based in San Francisco Bay Area. I have family here as well as my own family back in India and in different parts of the world. My hobbies and interests include listening to music, reading, as well as pursuing different conversations with people, trying to soak up and understand different perspectives and nuances of the human behavior from different parts of the world. I love to spend a lot of time with my family whenever the time permits, in just engaging with them in whatever I could do with them. But for a large part, my time goes in developing the further aspects of this venture, and in the process having the excitement of engaging with exciting people such as yourself. So that's a little bit about myself. So in the next session, I'm going to be talking about some of the inspirations behind designing the foundation itself. And so I'm excited to share what led to design of this foundation, what are some of the specific nuances, all of that coming up in the session ahead. So I'll see you there.